Wow, I just realized how big my hair looks on camera. Anyway, I'm glad you're here. Today, I'm going to do my very favorite soft glam look using all Seint. This is the look that I feel the most beautiful in, close up and on camera. I'm going to a Father's Day barbecue today because I'm going to be traveling so much. And so we're going to be outdoors. It's going to be in the 80s. And I feel like this is appropriate while still being glam. And I'm excited to teach you about it. We're gonna do it in real time so you can follow along if you want. The whole routine maybe only takes 15 minutes or less, but of course I talk a lot, and so hopefully this isn't too long of a video for you today. I also have the new summer shade on. I love it so much. It's on my lips too. Stay tuned. Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Michelle Spieler, an over 25-year professional makeup artist. I come from the Hollywood industry, so I know a thing or two about makeup. More importantly, I'm 55, about to turn 56. I know a lot about mature skin and the aging face, and I'm glad you're here. I am also the creator of Mature Makeup Masterclass. I created this series of classes because I saw a huge hole in the industry. I saw tons of conflicting information on social media. Everyone claims to be an expert and we know they're not. And so Bobbi Brown herself did a master class a couple of years ago. I bought it. It was very expensive because you have to buy the entire master class series. She was just one class. And it was about 17 videos, and I tried to watch it like a student, not like a makeup artist. And I was just so underwhelmed. Like, I don't feel like I truly learned anything. I feel like she was talking about the same exact principles she did back in the 90s. I really respect Bobbi Brown. I love Jones Road. In fact, I'm going to do a video very soon on more of her makeup because I love it so much. But that's when I decided, that's when the light bulb went off, and I'm like, I'm going to do my own masterclass for mature makeup. So I'm growing that series. Once you're locked in at the rate that you're locked in at, you have the videos forever, and anything new I add, you get to take advantage of new videos for no extra money. So get in now. Okay. So I have a new sunscreen on today and I don't love it. It came highly recommended by a skin guru. It's from Japan, so they have better SPF protection and ingredients than we allow in the US. I'm not loving it. It went on really white, which I don't mind if something goes on white, but if it stays white for several minutes, I can kind of see it in some of my pores and I kind of see it pilling. But then again, the skin guru who recommended it, she's not a real makeup person. So I'm not happy with this. I don't have time to take it off. I'm going to my dad's. We're celebrating Father's Day early today. I did a beautiful soft glam look yesterday. I just threw it on. I loved it so much. I thought, hey, let's do it right now. But this is the sunscreen I love. Now this was PR, but I just ordered a brand new one with my own money. That's how much I love this. And a lot of you have flocked over to my Shop My Looks site because I think I've sold like 45 of these. This is the best. I even have makeup artists buying this, coming back to me going, I love this. I'm like, I know, it is so good. So that's the Naked Sundays SPF 50. It's a collagen mineral sunscreen. I typically don't always love mineral sunscreens. I am in love with this. It might be my favorite sunscreen ever. And it just kind of like, it's lightly tinted, but not in a skin tone way. It's more of like a beigey white instead of this, which is white. And it's thick and it kind of floods my flaws. Like, it makes me feel like I have less sunspots. I have ketones today, not Dr. Pepper. Okay. We're going to get started. Like I said, I did this look yesterday and I loved it so much. I actually took it to Instagram. So if you want to go check it out, you can. We're going to do this in real time. I'm going to go pretty quickly. I'm going to start with bronzer. I might mention colors I'm using. I might not because I'm trying to be quick here. I've been using a little less bronzer. I know, shocking, right? I think because of all of my pigmentation, all of my sunspots and pigmentation, I'm like, you know what? The more bronzer I put on it, the more pigmented I look. I don't want to look pigmented. I'm not trying to look porcelain skin, although that would be amazing, but you know, I have to be realistic. We're never going to be porcelain again. That ship has sailed, right, ladies? All my Gen X and boomers, we didn't know about sunscreen. I thought I was really doing something with an SPF 4, right? The Bain de Soleil days. Who remembers Bain de Soleil? I can smell it now. It was my favorite. It was orange. It was a gel. It made your skin look so pretty. You smelled so good. And we all wanted that Saint-Tropez tan. Oh my gosh, am I a sucker for marketing or what? Maybe you are too. Okay, and then I'll do the tiniest bit of bronzer on my neck, only because my neck is so light. But you know what? After my neck surgery, he really did such a nice job in making my neck look smoother and tighter. Now, from certain angles, it still can get creepy down here, but I'm using tretinoin every night. Here's what's weird. I noticed that if I use tretinoin on my face, it's a disaster. I'm red and scaly and itchy and patchy, and I hate it. So I don't use tretinoin. You know I love retinaldehyde. Go look at my retinaldehyde video. But I can use straight up tretinoin right out of the prescription tube on my neck and my décolleté. Zero problems. I can use it every single night. I don't even have to use a moisturizer with it. And what's up with that? Why is our face so much more sensitive? Okay, so I realize this looks a little tiny bit crazy right now because I might look a little patchy and, you know, I'm kind of light through here and bronzy everywhere else. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go in with, guess what? I'm gonna do something different today. I'm gonna do June. I'm gonna do a little June on my jawline, because y'all, my neck is just so light. My neck is so light, which, you know, and there's not a lot of sun damage on my neck. There's not. Now, there was aging, but he fixed that with surgery. But there's not a lot of sun damage on my neck because I feel like I covered it pretty well with sunscreen as I got older. I stopped tanning my face at 21. I was exactly 21 when I decided no more. I'm not tanning my face anymore. And I switched to self-tanner. Okay, so I'm going to do, I know that looks a little crazy right now, but I'm going to do the June just right there on my jawline, but nowhere else, because I'm an Athens girl. Athens is so pretty. It's probably my favorite color we've ever made. So anyway, I'm super happy with my neck. Super, super, super happy with I'm happy with all the surgery he did because I feel like I still look like me. Now, even though I'm gonna maybe color correct around the nose, I still go in with my Seint highlight. By the way, this is a Seint video if anyone's new here. I have been using Seint for almost a year and a half, and I'm so impressed with it, and I love it so much. I'm actually taking less and less makeup campaigns over on TikTok. You know, TikTok, I was a beauty influencer. I was a mature beauty influencer on TikTok and YouTube before I ever found Seint, okay? So the fact that I can use anything and get paid to talk about it, but I'm turning it down because I really love Seint, what does that tell you? It tells me that this is so pretty close up. I want to teach other women how to look beautiful close up. Now I'm taking this side of the brush and I'm just kind of making sure everything kind of blends in together. You know how in a lot of the younger girl videos, a lot of the younger artists from Seint, you know, they'll kind of polka dot, or they'll put lines or polka dots or splotches all over their face and then kind of blend it all in with one brush. It's kind of what I'm doing, but for mature skin. I'm just making sure that, see, now we don't see the bronzer as much, but I'm still a little warm in areas. And I'm not contouring, one, because I'm going to an outdoor barbecue today, and two, because I don't like contour on mature skin for most people. Now, if you have a double chin, I highly recommend contouring under the chin, and I can help you with a color. If you are a little fuller in the face and you want to contour your cheekbones to kind of slim you out, highly recommend. But for most women, you don't want to hollow out your face. It makes us look older. It just does. Okay, so I'm going in with Bella Bronzer because I'm all about let's use less products. So in this compact, all I have is June, Athens, Bella, and then our vanilla dusting powder, which I'll use more towards the end. But I did this look yesterday, and all day long, I would catch myself in the mirror, or I would be on Marco Polo, which is video messaging some of my close friends. And I'm like, okay, I look good. I look polished. I feel so pretty. I will tell you that I did a French video. I did a French video last week. Everything was beautiful, but at the end of a 10-hour day, I went to take my makeup off and I was so blotchy all through here, and it was that Chanel blush. And that Chanel blush is expensive. Here it is. It is expensive. And I was so blotchy. I looked like I had like really cheap drugstore makeup. Now, drugstore makes some great makeup, and I know I owe you all some more drugstore, especially with this economy we're heading into. I want to do more drugstore videos for you, but I'm talking like, you know, when you get a drugstore product and halfway through the day you look in the mirror and you just feel like you look really cheap and tacky. That's how I felt. And I was wearing a very expensive $50 Chanel blush. I never feel that way when I wear Seint, ever. I never feel that way. Seint always makes me feel so beautiful. And so I'm like, why am I spending time talking about other brands so much when it doesn't make me feel pretty? Okay, so I like to do my brows with a brow gel. I'm wearing my brows a little tiny bit more natural lately, and I really am loving the effect. Now, not everyone can. I understand if you overplucked and you don't have brow hair. I've been using the Obagi brow serum for 6 months, and it really I mean, I have to give my brows a trim because the hair gets so long. Now, unfortunately, it's not going to grow brow hair where brow hair stopped growing, but it can increase brow hair even in follicles that was maybe producing tinier hairs. I'll take it. So that's any brow gel works, honestly. Any brow gel works, but I do the brow gel first. Okay, I'm going to go in with the tiniest bit of Sis. Tiny bit. Just taking my finger. You can use a brush. For sure use a brush if you like using a brush. But this is just outdoor makeup. After the barbecue today, I have to come home and pack. I'm going to Palm Springs for 4 days with Mob Beauty. I'm actually in the lab with them for 2 days, but then you tack on 2 travel days. You know, and Palm Springs is quite a hop, skip, and a jump from North Carolina, okay? So there's Sis. And then I also like to take a little bit of Mama. Mama's one of the prettiest eyeshadows we make. Now, I know that's subtle. You don't have to do this, but I like adding that little bit of pinky rosy tone so that when I turn my head, there's a little bit more dimension to the eye. I love it. And then I will even take a little bit of this Sis. Now this is where you do kind of need a brush, and I'll go in and kind of go lighter in that inner corner. Kind of brightens us up, right? Okay, there we go. If you're on Facebook, I just opened a new Facebook page. It's my business page, so you can find it. It's just Mature Makeup Masterclass. So I'm going to be putting a lot of content over there. It's not going to be YouTube. I might announce a YouTube over there. I might post a picture and announce a YouTube, but I'm not putting YouTubes on that. It's going to be more like if you don't feel like going to TikTok or you don't watch many Instagram reels, it's going to be a lot of my 1 minute to 3 minute makeup videos on my Mature Makeup Masterclass website. But I needed the Mature Makeup Masterclass Facebook page in order to boost ads so more women can find my Mature Makeup Masterclass, because I've decided that's what I really care about the most. Okay, so I am going to now go in. I feel really cute everywhere. You know what? That June looks really yellow on camera, doesn't it? You know, maybe it wasn't the good choice. Yesterday I did candlelit, and today I thought, ooh, I'm going to add, see, this side looks better. I thought, ooh, I'm going to add June because I have more yellow. All right, that's a little bit better. Yeah, maybe it was just a little too heavy. Listen, even pros don't always get it right the first time, so never feel bad if something doesn't look right. Just go in and blend. Blend, blend, blend. Blending is our friend. Okay, and then I am going to take NV+1. I love it under the lashes because look, it looks like a natural shadow. It does not look like makeup. People always say, is that going to run on me? I don't know. I know you hear wax and you think, oh, that's not going to stay in place. That's going to run on me. But these demi are so pigmented that it stays on me all day. And then I'm just like real quick and lazy. I'm going into the lash line with the spot brush. I'm going to call this like easy soft glam makeup or soft glam Seint. I think we'll call this soft glam Seint. This is just a super fast, easy look. I can do this whole look in definitely 10 minutes, maybe 12, because, you know, we're going to add lashes. But, you know, when I talk, you guys know how I am. I'm chatty. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to Palm Springs. So when you're watching this, I'm actually going to be on the plane coming home or maybe even at the airport picking up my car. Then I'm home for one day. I got to film another TikTok or another YouTube. And then I'm going to Miami for a yacht mastermind. How crazy is that? I'm going on a yacht. The guy who owns the yacht is Eric Spofford. He has a fascinating story. He was smoking weed at 10 years old, got into selling drugs. He was doing heroin as a young teenager, selling drugs. Anyway, wound up in jail, big surprise there, does not have a high school education. I'm not quite sure how he made his millions, but he's a multi-millionaire. He has a beautiful yacht in the Miami harbor, and we are going to be on his yacht all day next Saturday, the day before Father's Day, for a huge mastermind. It's like a business mastermind. Okay, see under the eyes, look how great that looks. And I haven't really had readers on today, so I don't have big dents in my nose. I also don't have my contacts on. I'm kind of just waiting for my new pair. I'm traveling a lot. So then I get home from Miami on Father's Day. I would have stayed an extra day, but because it's Father's Day, I want to come home for my husband and spend it with my family. So I'll come home Father's Day. I'm home for 4 days only, and then I go to Nashville, not only to see my best friend, and she does electrology on me, which electrolysis is where they can go into the hair follicle, zap it, and the hair never grows back. Different than hair removal. Laser hair removal is hair reduction. They're not going into the follicle and killing the hair. It's hair reduction. Electrolysis, they go into the follicle, they zap the hair, it never grows again. So she goes in here and she does my little mustache for me because that gets kind of nasty as we get older. Am I right? So I'm going to go spend time with my best friend in Nashville. And then I'm getting back together once again with Mob Beauty for the Nashville makeup show. So if you're in Nashville, come see us at the makeup show. I'm going to be doing a demonstration on stage using Mob Beauty, and then I'm going to be at the booth helping them sell for 2 days because, as you know, even though Seint is my number one, Seint is my favorite, Seint is my absolute number one, I could not love Seint more. It's my favorite brand on the planet. But Mob Beauty has become my family. I love them dearly. I'm their biggest cheerleader. Their makeup is beautiful. It's clean, it's vegan, and it's sustainable packaging, okay? How is it different from Seint? Not a whole lot different. Seint's definitely more affordable, and our packaging is way more user-friendly, way lighter, and I like our packaging better than Mob Beauty, but I love Mob. I'm creating some new products with them and I'm really excited about it. Okay, so look at that. Do we love it? Should we do lashes? We're already at 20 minutes. Okay, hold on, I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I didn't want to bore you with my brows. You already saw me do the brow gel, but I'll go in with a pen. Now, if you have brow hair, the pens are great. If not, they're not great. But I'll go in and I'll just add a couple little strokes here and there. So that's a brow pen. Okay, I'm going to put my lashes on. And I'm going to do my left eye first, which is weird because I never do my left eye first. And hopefully, I already have glue on there. I use this glue right here because it's pretty gentle. Or if you want latex free, you could get Kiss. Do you see this little holder? I love this because it helps me put it on the eye better. But I'm literally going to go in and I'm going to set it in the middle of the eye first. And then I tack down the outer end. Sometimes the glue makes it stick. And then I tack down the inner end. And boom, it's on. These are great. And you can get these anywhere. You can get them at the drugstore. You can get them on Amazon. But what I like about them is they really get that lash into the lash line much better than traditional tweezers. And boom, look at that. Is that cute? Those are brown wispies. Brown wispies. See, by Ardell. Brown wispies. Can you see that? I love them. Okay. And then you want the curve to match the curve of the lash. And this one's already drying. I should have done. Okay, you set it in the middle first. And then I go to the outer. And then the inner. I mean, I'm so in love with those. Y'all, these are my favorite lashes I've ever worn in my life, and I love that they're brown because do you see how they give a lot of beautiful depth? But close up, they're not so harsh. And from the side, they're even a little bit on the light feathery side. They're not so black. They're gorgeous. They're long though. So see how I have a ton of space between my lash line and my eyebrow? I can wear the wispies because I have all this space. Not everyone can wear the wispies. You might need a shorter brown lash. Then I go in with my favorite mascara in the world, the YSL Lash Clash in brown, because look at that brown. Nobody makes a brown like this except Too Faced. Too Faced makes a great brown that looks just like this. The problem is I don't love their mascara. Love the color, don't love the mascara. And then do you see how I'm just taking the tiniest, I'm really just trying to lightly coat my natural lash. I'm not trying to get a lot of mascara. I don't want mascara on the fake lashes. I just want them on my natural lashes because my natural lashes can be a little blonde at the tips, and I don't want people to be able to see that close up. Remember, we're the Look Good Close Up Club. We want to look good close up. So even though I'm with family today, I want to make sure that no one sees my natural lashes. I want it to all blend in. And because I already have demi under the eye, I can even go in with the tiniest bit of brown mascara on my lower lashes. That's where I really love brown mascara too, those lower lashes, because that way you coat them, but they look so natural. And then I always take a dry mascara or a mascara wand or spoolie, and then I kind of take it off the tips. So that way, if the tips of our lashes touch our under eye, it's not going to transfer. I really want the mascara more on the base of my eyelash, not so much on the tips of my eyelash. And I have, there. Okay. And this is lifting a little bit, but I'll show you another time how we fix that. Okay, so I'm loving all of that. I'm going to do my blush in just a moment, but first I'm going to put on BFF ColourPop is my favorite pencil. See how light it is? It's like a light nude, but look what happens. It's so cheap. When people tell you that drugstore is the same as high-end, it's just different packaging. That's not true. I don't buy into that. I think it tickles women's ears and they just love to hear that. But I can wear a Pat McGrath $30 lip liner all day long. It stays on all day long. This is off very quickly. And look what happens to the pencil lead. You get what you pay for. Are there some drugstore things that are, hold up to high end? Yes, I do videos on it. I call it drugstore luxury because to me, it really does hold up as well as luxury. And then I'll take a slightly darker color. Just kind of just on the rounder parts. Okay, we are gonna take the new color August. So pretty. See how it's kind of a plummy mauve? But wait, because it doesn't look plummy mauve on. Here's the color right here. Do you see that? I put this on yesterday and I was so in love with this color. It's kind of a neutral, I would say maybe more of like they call it a brown pink or a brown rose, but I would say it's a little bit more on the mauve-y side. It is just so pretty. Now it's a gloss formula. So for those of you that have trouble keeping gloss on, I don't, but if you have trouble keeping gloss on, this would be gorgeous over that dirty color plum. I'm not a fan of plum. This would be gorgeous over plum. Or if you have nude, but nude isn't quite enough color, put nude on first to kind of be your staying power. And then you could put this August right over it. Because look at that. That is cute. Now don't worry, I like a little bit on the forehead too, because when we go into the sun, we get a little bit of color. And then here's what else impresses me. I can't always wear our cheek colors on the lips. But because August is a gloss, it's gorgeous. It has life. For all of you who are wanting that beautiful Seint nude, but everything looks chalky, this is not chalky. Look at that. Look at that. That is so cute. I love this color combination. I feel adorable in this. Okay, and then we're going to, because I'm going to be in the sun, we're in the 80s today. Cali Ray setting spray. It is my favorite. It's called Surf Proof for a reason. It's waterproof. And then normally you don't have to do this step, but I'm trying to rush. My stomach's growling. I'm hungry, but we're picking up a ton of barbecue. And I want to be really hungry. Okay, so for some of you, you're going to love this glazed donut look. And for some of you, you're going to think that's too glazy. And so we're going to go in with our vanilla dusting powder. I love this brush. I never talk about it. And, you know, God forbid they'd put what number it is. But it's the brush that, I don't know if it's called the wash brush, but it's a little bit like, like look, compare. See, it's taller and thinner and real fluffy and flimsy. And then this side is like this. And I use that for my bronzer and my crease, but I love this for the going in and just, you know, and I've already got my setting spray on. Don't put setting spray over powder. It can make a dry, cakey mess and it can make everything start to separate. You want the setting spray to set the makeup. And then you want the powder. Oh my gosh, my stomach is going crazy. You want the powder to blur the pores and take away the shine. Now, because this is a gloss and I'm wearing my hair down today, I can even take a little bit of powder out here so that my hair doesn't stick to my face, because I hate that. See my sunspots? We're leaving them. Do you know why? Because my lashes will take away from anyone seeing my sunspots, okay? So there you have it. I might contour my nose, I might not, but this is my look. I absolutely love it. I feel so cute. It's about 11 a.m. and I promise you this is gonna look exactly the same at 6, 7, 8 o'clock at night when I take this off. It's just a winning combination. I get so many compliments when I wear this, and I just wanted you to watch me do it in real time. Truth be told, I can probably do this entire look in 10 to 15 minutes max. So this is soft glam in under 15 minutes with lashes. That's remarkable. Your whole face in one palette, remarkable. So reach out for a color match if you do not have Seint, or if you have Seint from a long time ago and it didn't work for you. Trust me, I teach a whole different way. We do it differently here in the Mature Makeup Masterclass. We do it differently here in the Look Good Close-Up Club. So get a free color match. It's absolutely free. You can always find my link in every video or on any of my social media links. You can always find a free color match link. Anyway, happy Father's Day coming up to all the fathers. Again, I'm shooting this on a Saturday, but this is going to post on a Wednesday. I'll be flying home from Palm Springs. It's going to be a crazy June. I'm going to do my best to always show up and be here. But I just wanted you to know in advance how crazy my June is. And then July and August, I'm home. And I'm so excited to be home because I want to really spend a lot of time with Gracie before she goes back to school mid-August. Okay? God loves you. So do I. I'm so happy that you tuned in today. And bye for now.